What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Lord Frege Wilkes, and today we're going to be talking about a 1980s gem that is Night of the Creeps, starring Tom Atkins. A little run into the film is the movie starts off with these three aliens, and they're running through this spaceship. And one of the main aliens, two of the aliens are chasing the third one, and the third one is carrying like this jar or like this canister of something, and he puts it into a compactor or whatever, and shoots it out into space. And then the movie takes place picks back up in the 1950s with a couple that goes to this makeout point area. Well, it kind of starts off with this guy named Ray Cameron and his girlfriend that they just broke up. Now Ray becomes a police officer, and at that night in the 50s, there's this a crazed lunatic on the loose that's going around murdering people with an axe. So they see this as as Ray is telling the kids to get out of there, that there's somebody on the loose. He says, hey, they see like this spaceship, or they see like the canister crashing the earth. So the girl and the guy go and find it. Well, the canister is filled with these slugs, and one of them shoots in the guy's mouth, and the girl gets iced with the axe from the guy. The maniac kills the girl. So then it fast forwards to the 1980s, where you guys are following two kids that are in college named Chris and JC. Now, the Chris and JC are this couple of kids that are pretty much like the nerdy kids. JC has these crutches, and Chris is his buddy, and they're kind of the unsung heroes of the film. And they go to a frat party, and they see this girl named Cynthia, and they want to like hang out with her and meet her. So they think that if they become members of this fraternity, that Cynthia will pay attention to him. So they become a member of this fraternity, and the fraternity tells them, hey, go fight a cadaver. Well, back in the 1950s, they had saved the body that the slug went into in a cryogenic freezer. So the two kids break into the morgue area, and they accidentally release this frozen body. So the frozen body gets out, the two kids run away, and the frozen body ends up spitting out these slugs into other people. So that crime is then relayed to a police officer named Raymond Cameron. Now, Raymond Cameron is paid by a guy named Tom Atkins. So what happened in the 1950s was Raymond Cameron was Tom Atkins, but he's just older now, 27 years later. As this movie goes on, there are these the alien slugs are they get into people's body, they lay eggs in their brain, and kind of they can control the living and the dead, basically turning the living and dead people into zombies. Now the Cynthia and Chris kind of get together, but Cynthia is kind of like the dumb girl. Now I don't want to say dumb, but kind of ditzy, and Chris is really in love with her, and JC she kind of knows what's going on. She's like, these zombies, they look like zombies, because the guy that got out of the cryogenic freezer, he went out and he was banging on her window because that was where his girlfriend's frat was. So that was the last thing he remembered. Turns out that Tom Atkins did in fact find the serial killer from the 1950s and tracked him down and murdered him as a revenge for taking out his girlfriend. Chris and JC, they meet up with Tom Atkins, and they find out that there's this stuff going on, that these slugs are getting into people, and they slowly fight these zombies. Towards the end of the film, they have the climax of the film. There's this bus crash when all these slugs are getting out, and all the kids are just kind of completely oblivious of what's going on with these slugs are getting into people. A lot of cool things were happening. A lot of hat tips to Monster Squad was in there because the main the director actually directed Monster Squad, so he actually put that hat tip in there, which I really liked. I really loved the ending. The ending was really good, and I also think that the special effects are really good. The acting is awesome. I love Tom Atkins' character in this. He's this kind of troubled past, drunk, kind of asshole, sarcastic. He calls JC and Chris, he calls them Spunky and Alfalfa. And at the ending, when they're going to fight these zombies, Tom Atkins knows how to find them, so they go and they get this flamethrower from Evans Lockers, and actually Dick Ward is actually playing the Walter, the guy that's in the, he's in there, and he's he's in the evidence locker, and they're like, "We need a flamethrower," and he's like, "Well, you guys need paperwork." And Tommy Atkins is like, "I don't have paperwork," and he puts the shotgun to the window. He's like, "That's gonna be a problem, isn't it, Walter?" So the ending is really cool. If you guys have never seen this movie, is a fucking banger. I love the special effects. I love the camera angles they used. I love the violence in it was great. It was all around great movie. There was a lot of like, what is this, real life, or is this a bad B movie? There's just a lot of like silly hat tips to everything. And I just thought that the movie was a lot of fun, and it was a good fun ride. So if you guys have never seen it, it is streaming on Plateau TV for free right now. Dude, check it out. Give yourselves do yourselves a favor and check that movie out, because it is absolutely fun as fuck. And I, for one, absolutely fucking enjoyed it. It's especially the ending. And if you guys have never seen it, I don't want to spoil the ending, but you know, he's just like, thrill me. You know, it's I gotta title the episode "Thrill Me" now, because it's said so many times. So yeah, check it out. So I was really excited that I actually got to finally check it out. So I checked it out on Plateau TV, but I also have it on physical media. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Have yourself an awesome Wednesday. Stay horror. And yeah, check out Night of the Creeps. Later days. Oh, and I will drop a Night of the Creeps song by my good buddies Dichotomy in the description box below. Check out Dichotomy. Give them some love. They're actually, one of their songs, Friday Slasher Film, will be actually featured in my film, The Clintonville Slasher. So I'm really excited about that. Those guys are fucking awesome. They put on a rad show, and I would love to share the stage with them one day. So like, comment, and subscribe. Stay horror. Wednesday. We'll see you Friday. Later days. End.